I just want to thank y'all for tuning in and watching my prior videos. And thanks for the support. You know the routine, though. Let's keep it going. Give me a like, comment, share. Don't forget to follow. And, comment. Tell us how you really feel. Because the only way to express ourselves is to express that First Amendment, which is free speech. Now it's time for your mids. Let's go. So, I always heard the term about Rhino Republicans, man. You may have heard it. I don't know. Some of y'all get into politics. I don't really get into politics until the coronavirus really happened. Then I really got into politics. Talked about crooked politicians, but I never really got into politics. Now it's time to get into politics, if you know what I'm saying. So here's the deal. There's, one of the biggest things that your best president ever, the most voted president ever wanted is to rebuild our infrastructure. When you think about infrastructure, what do you think about? When I think about infrastructure, I think about buildings. I think about a highway, a road, bridges. Well, did you know that the definition of infrastructure has changed?
Oh, son of a bitch.
And a lot of people, especially the mainstream media, don't really know that it has changed yet. Because they're talking about this new bill.
Yes.
But the whole time they're talking about this new bill, what they're talking about is less than 20% of this infrastructure bill is actual infrastructure.
Why is that important?
No, it's actual infrastructure in which you defined it prior to this bill. You, yes, the person who is watching this video is now infrastructure.
That portion is bad for our country.
Yes, you, my friend, are infrastructure. Now, you probably never really heard about a lot of this. Now, you know about when presidents get into office and like Trump pushed the wall, right? The building the wall. That was infrastructure. Like he was building a wall. Obama's biggest thing that he predicated his election on in his term was universal health care. Okay? Well, Biden's is about infrastructure. But I need you to understand, and I told you already, but you probably don't get it. And why I'm on this, I'm sure you heard the terms during when the lockdown started. What businesses are essential and non-essential at the present time? You got to think about the moment, okay? There was essential and there was non-essential at the moment. Now, all my Louisiana cats, football season's about to start. Woo, woo. Boom. But your senator is what we call not a saint, a rhino.
All because rural broadband has been made a reality.
Because either he's ignorant or he don't give a fuck. Yep, I said it. So here we go. I woke up Saturday morning, doing the social media thing, because that's what we do today. YouTube. I saw a video, Tucker Carlson.
Are you videotaping me?
So, what this is about. And this is what I saw.
Joe Biden's infrastructure bill is winding its way through the Senate. A lot going on. You may have missed this, but you should know it is moving without meaningful Republican opposition. That means, unless something changes very soon, it will become law. Here's what you should know about that bill. It's 2,700 pages long. It will cost more than $8 trillion. It will not pay for itself, just by what they told you. And much of it has nothing whatsoever to do with infrastructure, meaning fixing our crumbling roads and bridges and airports and train stations and all the rest that embarrasses Americans. Instead, this bill will make science denial official. It will enshrine gender identity in federal law. It would allow the government to track your driving. Why? So they can charge you a fee for every mile you go. This in addition to the gas tax. And scariest of all, this bill requires all new vehicles in the United States to come with monitoring technology, such as eye scanners or breathalyzers. And that means that going forward, you will need the express permission of your federal overlords before you start your car in the morning, because it's their car now. As of tonight, 20 Republican senators appear to support this lunacy. The final vote is this weekend, so if you have views about this, you might want to let them know right away. They assume you're not paying attention, so they can do whatever they want to you, and in this case, they are. Here are the 17 Republicans who have already voted to move this bill forward, listed in alphabetical order. Roy Blunt, Richard Burr, Shelley Moore Capito, Bill Cassidy, Susan Collins, Kevin Kramer, Mike Crapo, Lindsey Graham, of course, Chuck Grassley, John Hoeven, Mitch McConnell, Lisa Murkowski, Rob Portman, Jim Risch, Mitt Romney, Tom Tillis, and Todd Young. Now, a few of these people plan to retire soon, thank heaven, but most of them intend to get reelected at some point. And it might be good if voters made that impossible.
And I'm like, wait, what the fuck? 2 Louisiana senators, and I heard the other guy's name, but where does he come from? You know, the guy Bill. I mean, I didn't know if he was like actually in my district or not, but I seen his name in politics. That's how much I'm privy to politics up until the pandemic started.
Each person that is vaccinated now protects not only herself or himself, but those around him, because no longer is she as likely to pass the infection to others.
Well, then I start to realize, whoa, something ain't right with this situation. So I went to his website, and this is what I found.
Senator Bill Cassidy here with great news. The Senate just passed a bipartisan infrastructure deal. It will create all kinds of jobs. It will help Americans and those of us in Louisiana tired of long commutes. It'll help with flood protection. It will help with coastal restoration, weatherization of homes, many other things. It's called the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act. And we're talking about roads and bridges. I'll also bring up flooding and natural disasters. It also helps that. It also has $65 billion to help with rural broadband across the nation. That will not only create jobs in the construction of the broadband, it'll bring economic development to those areas of our state that have just not been able to keep up because they've not had that sort of infrastructure. There's other things that position our state to take care of the new economy. And did I say it's going to create a lot of good paying jobs? It's good news for the United States of America, good news for Louisiana. It's great news for people in Louisiana. Thank you.
As soon as I heard it, okay, there was red flags. And I don't mean Republican flags. I'm talking about red flags, like really concerns. Because here's the deal, bro. I ain't no motherfucking Republican. I'm no Democrat. I'm an American. And let me tell you something right now. You are in trouble. You are up against the wall. You get it? If you don't get it, so you could either, basically they're trying to tell you, you either get with the program or you going to be eliminated from the program.
I too get that consistent message.
That's what they tell you. Because they want you to really believe that subconsciously at the end of the day.
Better jobs, greater safety for their family, and a better future for our country.
It will cost more than $8 trillion. It will not pay for itself, just by what they told you. And much of it has nothing whatsoever to do with infrastructure, meaning fixing our crumbling roads and bridges and airports and train stations and all the rest that embarrasses Americans. Instead, this bill will make science denial official. It will enshrine gender identity in federal law. It would allow the government to track your driving. Why? So they can charge you a fee for every mile you go. This in addition to the gas tax. And scariest of all, this bill requires all new vehicles in the United States to come with monitoring technology, such as eye scanners or breathalyzers. And that means that going forward, you will need the express permission of your federal overlords before you start your car in the morning, because it's their car now.
Do you want to be tracked? Do you want to feel like you're on parole every time you get behind the wheel of your car? And then not only on parole, but your parole officer watching you the entire time when you didn't do shit? That's freedom. That's the Great Reset. Is this what's going on? Yes, that's what's going on, because you, my friend, or infrastructure. And right now, you can either be essential or non-essential infrastructure, depending on how you act.
This infrastructure bill is good for America, for all Americans.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.